Grace and peace, everybody. Grace and peace. Happy Monday to you. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You know what we're about to do. So let's get at it. Everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by on this morning. Got some good people already in the chat. This is going to be a fun one. So hopefully you all will enjoy it. So with no further ado, let's go.
Welcome back to Season 2 of As the Peach Rods. In this gripping second season, we delve deeper into the heart of Georgia, in a state where the odor of mendacity lingers in the air. Our intrepid team of chatroom investigators is on a mission to peel back the layers of deceit and uncover the truth. From backroom deals to embezzlement scandals, no stone is left unturned in our pursuit of justice. But as tensions rise and alliances shift, who can be trusted in the Peach State? Join us for a season ripe with drama, where even the fruit isn't safe from corruption, because sometimes the juiciest scandals are right under your nose.
That never gets old. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for that. All right. So you all, if you've not been living under a rock, you all have, you realize that last Friday, the Georgia Senate had another hearing in regards to circling the orbit of Fani Willis. Okay. They really want to find out, like, where's this money coming and going? And if you watched it, I uploaded a clip of it earlier this past weekend as well. You probably left from there super discouraged because it was horrible. I mean, for all intent and purposes, the county commissioners basically said they don't know where the money goes. We just give them a whole big old bag of cash and we don't really know where it goes. We have no idea. And that right there is terrible. It was absolutely horrible. So there are about 3 or 4 people that were speaking on behalf of the DA's office. And if you watch that, you probably had the exact same question, the exact same problem that I had, which is, where's Fani Willis? Because sure, you have the commissioner speaking, and sure, you have the chief financial officer and another person, and Fani Willis's attorney, but where is she? So at this point, I don't know. I don't even think this has anything to do with the 2020 election. I don't think it has anything even to do with Trump. Truth be told, in my opinion, it has everything to do with how corrupt our local and state governments are. And this is really, really telling. Now, don't wag your finger at Georgia and don't wag your finger at Fulton County, because I think we all realize this is probably how most governments operate. You just get money and you just use money. You don't have no oversight, no accountability. You don't know where the money went. You don't know who it went to. It is crazy. So what we're going to do, so if you saw that yesterday, if you saw that Friday, the panel, the Senate hearing, you probably again were wondering, like, where's Fani? So I think the logical question is, do you think they will subpoena Fani Willis? Well, I think I have an answer for you. All right, so Mr. Cowsert and Bill Cowsert, shout out to him. He is the senator that you've kind of seen him a lot during these hearings. Real kind of laid back, mellow Southern gentleman. And this is from the Georgia Recorder newspaper. Georgia Senate panel today, or rather ready to subpoena Fulton DA in probe of her conduct in Trump racketeering case. I don't think they really should hamstring it by saying it's a Trump racketeering case, because really they were asking about backlog. They were asking about the jail. They were asking about a ton of other things. Sure. Trump did come into it. Sure, Nathan Wade and the special prosecutor came into it. However, this really has nothing to do with Trump. It has nothing to do with the 2020 election interference. This, at this point, has now taken its own, it has taken a life of its own. So let's get going. Former Governor Roy Barnes says he'll represent Willis if she's subpoenaed. Let's keep this rolling. All right. Pull up another screen over here and make it a little bit larger to read on my end. Thank you so much. All right, let's go. The chairman of the Georgia Senate Committee says he will subpoena Fulton DA and Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis if she refuses to appear before the panel that is investigating accusations of misconduct against the prosecutor pursuing felony charges against former President Donald Trump and his allies. On Friday, the Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitts, that's the gentleman that never smiled, Chief Financial Officer Sharon Whitmore, she didn't know a whole lot, and then the County Attorney Sue Zhou testified at a 4-hour, it was 4 hours, that's right, 4-hour committee hearing at the Georgia State Capitol about the degree of autonomy constitutional officers like district attorneys have, as well as recent changes county officials have made to close ethical and financial reporting loopholes for those elected officers. So it was wild. And at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, Cowsert and team really don't have power to throw anybody in jail. I know people want, throw somebody in jail. They're not going to throw anybody in jail. What they can do, however, is they can make appeals that laws be changed or that laws be tightened up or clarification in laws that will make it a little bit clearer so that someone can't do some of the things that they find problematic later on. Let's keep going. The county, right there, the county official said on Friday that they updated a county code in April to close loopholes that allow Willis to avoid getting county approval before hiring Nathan Wade in November 2021 as special prosecutor in 2022 in the 2022 presidential election interference case. Okay, that's cool. That's good. I personally don't believe that that's the high watermark, though. I think the big issue is that there is a lot of money coming in to the DA's office and nobody knows where it's going. Nobody was able to say, hey, here's the receipts. Here's how this money's being used. They just said, like, it was a perfect example that when Fani Willis came in, she said, there's this huge backlog. We need to hire these attorneys. And nobody could show proof that they had actually been hired. But now Fani Willis is going around saying that the backlog has been dealt with. And I have that video coming up shortly. So she's saying that the backlog has been dealt with. But when she came in, she needed to hire 55. At one point, I heard them even say 100 other attorneys to quash these cases that have been sitting there in backlog forever. But you didn't hire them. Where did they go? This is wild. So I don't think it really has much to do, again, in my opinion, the Trump case is really now on the back burner. And I will say again, I don't think the Trump case is ever going to actually go anywhere. I think this is all political theater. But I think it has shown a very glaring weakness in Georgia politics and in local governments as a whole, that they're not accountable to anybody. They're not accountable to the people. No, they're just doing whatever they want to do. Let this go. Let's go. Willis has dealt with a hit to her public image since January after it was revealed that she had a romantic relationship with Wade while he led a case that in August resulted in felony racketeering charges against Trump and 18 co-defendants who are accused of trying to illegally overturn the 2020 election. Okay. That's there. I don't think that, again, as I've said before, I don't think that's going to get anywhere. But I would love to be wrong. So let's keep it going. We already know, again, we know about Nathan stepping down. We know about that. So let's jump down here to the media part. Athens, Republican Senator Bill Cowsert, shout out to you, Athens, chairman of the Special Investigations panel, said on Friday he hopes Willis will appear voluntarily before the Senate panel. Can you imagine her just busting in there, doing that Brahma Bull impersonation that she did at the disqualification hearing? That would be bananas. Okay, I'm sorry. Voluntarily before the state Senate panel that is investigating allegations that Willis committed prosecutorial and financial misconduct. I don't know how they can say that she didn't. That's what I would love to hear. Like, how are you saying that she did not commit some form of misconduct, even in just the fact that you have no receipts for anything that you're doing? You're buying and purchasing and hiring and doing all this stuff, and nobody's getting, where are the receipts? Now, and I do think it's adorable that Roy Barnes is her defense attorney. When he was asked, would he be special prosecutor, he has already admitted that Nathan Wade was in the meeting when he was being interviewed to be the special prosecutor. Nathan Wade was already there. So again, like, I think personally, I think Roy Barnes should exclude himself from here because I think it's going to get messy, and I don't think he would want to be a part of that as a former governor here in Georgia and has a fairly decent following. People respect him. I think he would do better. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. Willis cannot be sanctioned by the Senate committee, but it can subpoena her to turn over evidence and to testify under oath. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, man. Fani Willis is a law unto herself. She is not accountable. So I don't think that any attempt, I think she'll just shirk off a subpoena, in my opinion. Former Governor Roy Barnes, who declined Willis's offer to serve as special prosecutor in 2021 in the case against Trump, attended Friday's hearing with plans to serve as legal counsel for Willis if she is subpoenaed. Okay. I have no issue if you feel like this is something that a hill that you want to plant your flag on. Do your thing, Governor Barnes. Do your thing. I don't think it's going to go well, simply because I think it's already clear that there was a lot of shenanigans and hijinks going on, and he's going to get called on the carpet because they're going to ask him like, "Yo, didn't you say that Fani Willis, when she interviewed you, that Nathan Wade was in the room when you interviewed?" He's going to have to say yes. And I'm like, well, sir, come on. It's going to get real problematic extremely fast. But let's keep it going. All right, let's keep going. She's a key part of the investigation that her viewpoints are valued by us, Cowsert said, which I agree. I think a lot of this should have been Fani Willis. I mean, it was cool to hear Ashley Merchant. It was cool to hear the Fulton County Commission. But at the end of the day, it's really Fani Willis that people want to hear from. Sure, we had Pitts in there. We've had Ashley Merchant. We have other people speaking. We really want to hear from Fani Willis. Let's just cut to the chase. Let's keep it going. Cowsert said, we need to hear what she has to say. Again, Jason just said that. And her explanation of what she thinks are the appropriate rules ought to be going forward so we don't have this kind of scandal. Give Georgia a black eye. Keep in mind, everybody who's defending Fani Willis, just put a Republican in that exact same place and let me see that same kind of energy. Let me see that same kind of verbato for the Republican if they were in role. Oh, and let it be a man. Yeah, let it be a man. Let him be white and have a Republican after his name. Let me see that you have that same kind of energy, that same kind of excitement, that same kind of, oh no, it's okay, it's perfectly cool that he don't have receipts. It doesn't matter that we gave him 5, 10, I don't know, however many millions of dollars, and we don't know where it went. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Keep it going, Jason. Let's roll. The first public accusation that Willis and Wade were romantically linked became public in January in a motion filed by an attorney for Trump co-defendant Michael Roman, who argued that Wade and Willis's undisclosed relationship was used to improperly financially benefit the prosecuting the sweeping election interference case. I think at this point now, I think that argument can be made. I don't think that that's a lap too far to believe that at all. I feel like you can make that case without really reaching, without really stretching yourself too far, too thin. Hold it there 1 second. All right, making sure that got it. All right, let's keep this game rolling. Let's go. In April, sorry about that, I rolled it a little too far. There you go, right there. In April, the Fulton County Commission updated its ethics and anti-nepotism policy to cover elected officials like the district attorney. Under the new rules, all constitutional officials must report any gifts valued at $100 on their financial disclosures. I don't think that they didn't have to. That wasn't clear from the committee meeting and hearing this past week. It seemed pretty clear that she had violated that. That wasn't something that was being, that was a loophole. That wasn't a loophole. That was just I'm not going to do what you told me to do. I'm sorry. Fani Willis is a law unto herself. And I live here in Georgia. I better not go to Fulton County because she might hit me with that. But I'm going to say it. Fani Willis is a law unto herself. She does not fall under, she doesn't see herself as being responsible to the people, accountable to the people, like all of us, the great unwashed are. I mean, this is unfortunate, but let's keep it rolling. Let's go. Willis would have been prohibited from having a personal relationship with someone she supervises under the expanded anti-nepotism policy. I wonder and question whether or not she was already aware, because the rumor was that the previous DA was having extramarital affairs with people in the office. And by the way, stay around. We have Nathan Wade has commented about this. We haven't heard from Nathan in a while, right? Wait till you hear this. But I digress. So Fani Willis knew that having a relationship with somebody that you work with, a subordinate in the office, so on and so forth, was not a good look. She already knew that. This is the instance where she's saying, "I'll make sure that I'm never dating somebody I work with or that I hire works under me." She said that. That was Fani. Nobody made her say that. So she was aware of it. So a new policy doesn't matter because the policy was already in play. She knew it was wrong. So having a policy on paper matters none. Having lights and ones and zeros on a computer monitor matters none. Fani Willis is going to do whatever the devil she wants to do. She is a woman without law. She is lawless. How do we have a lawless DA? I don't know, but I digress. Continue. Cowsert asked Fulton County Attorney So Woo if she agreed with the interpretation of the state law, which would seem to imply that Willis would need permission from the county commission in order to hire an independent contractor such as Wade. According to Joe, previous court rulings have interpreted the law as allowing the district attorney to appoint and determine compensation for special assistant district attorneys without the county board's consent. According to Yo, the dispute over finances and control usually turn into a tug of war between constitutional officers and local elected officials who set the budget, but must also cover the shortfalls and legal ramifications. Okay, I mean, if that's the hill that you want to plant your flag on, I have no issue with that. But I think they all understood that this was wrong. There is a level of, sure, it's legal, but it's wrong, that I think these people are just going to just complete skirt around and pretend like they don't understand. But let us continue. Let us go. I do believe there are some practical and legal challenges for all counties and elected officials who are in between state where they have independence, but you depend on the county for finances. Yo said, I don't even know what that meant. I don't get that. I didn't understand what she was talking about. Council on Friday recommended state legislators consider implementing statewide policy that addresses tensions between county commissioners and constitutional officers over how much discretion and autonomy they should have. Should they be allowed to just spend money like that? Like, is that okay? Is that okay to just spend money like that? Like with no oversight at all, no checks and balances or anything of that nature. Just say, hey, y'all, I need $10 million. And they just have to pay they pay the $10 million in the budget. And then, oh yeah, I went over another million. I said, 10 million? I need $10 million. They give me a $10 million budget. Hey, by the way, I went over $1 million. And they just give me another $1 million without even asking what I did with the 10? That's craziness. This should make every American outraged. This is how our tax money is spent. And we're watching it in 4K with Fulton County. But don't worry about it. It's happening in Chicago and everywhere in California, Texas. I love y'all like a biscuit, but you know this is happening in Texas. Y'all know it's up there in Michigan. Stop it, man. Stop it, Massachusetts. Y'all too. Y'all doing it too. They're doing it everywhere. And this is insane, the amount of money that they're just spending and just giving away. And again, there's no oversight. Nobody knows how it's spent. Nobody knows what's being spent for and to whom and to anything. Again, put a white male Republican in this position. I guarantee you, everybody that's in the comments saying that it's okay would have a problem tomorrow. We need to have a state law that provides ethical guidelines for prosecutors, for sheriffs, for the clerks of the court, for tax commissioners. Cowsert said they are not county officers, but they need to have accepted norms of conduct and ethical guidelines. It's our job in the state government to come up with that form of state level, that from the state level. I agree with that, but the problem is, do you really think? Do you really believe, in the chat, if you don't mind, do you really believe that having it written on paper, thou shalt not hire your boyfriend, thou shalt not hire your side chick to be, $1 million employee? Do you really think that would have stopped her? Do you really think that would have stopped Fani Willis? I mean, really, in the chat, let me know what y'all think. I appreciate, we got 80 people watching. What's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let me see what y'all think real quick before we finish this up, because we got some fun stuff. We still got to watch Nate. We still got to read what Nathan had to say, because Nathan has spoken. Nate has spoke. The general consensus, mine as well, because she's a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man. She just borrow yours. Come on now. Oh, that was low down, Jason. That was low down. That was messed up, Jason. That's why she's gonna end up getting you, bro. Gonna put you on Rico. That's exactly what's gonna happen. All right. I think the overall consensus is like, no, this would not have stopped her. Even if you had a law on the books. The law could literally say Fani Willis cannot hire Nathan Wade. I guarantee you she would have said, well, his middle name is Tyrone. So therefore, I can still hire him. The woman is lawless. She is lawless. Yo, this is a lawless woman. I'm telling you right now, this is part and parcel why we as Christians don't lean so heavy on the written law of man, because we realize that laws are in place to stop the rule breakers. But guess what? We're rule breakers by default. We're corrupt inside. It's us. We're the problem. It's not the law that says don't speed. It's me and my heavy foot. That's it. I'm just like, come on now. Let's get done, Jason. Pitt said that the Fulton Commission should be able to have more control since the board sets the multi-million-dollar budgets. Okay. I want to show and prove, Mr. Pitts. That's all I'm going to say. Show and prove. Show and prove. Pitt said that he agrees with prosecutors having the right to determine which cases their office will prosecute, including sweeping racketeering cases like the ones Willis is pressing against Trump and his co-defendants. However, he said that he believes that the county officers who set the budget should have similar financial control over elected officials like the sheriff, district attorney, tax commissioner, probate court judge, and superior court clerks. And they have with other local departments. I don't know what that has to do with the two. I don't know what those two have to do with each other, Mr. Pitts. Not trying to be mean to you, sir. But Pitt said that he and other county commissioners were unaware of Willis's hiring Wade until it was reported by the local media. Isn't that problematic, though? Like, do you really think Fani Willis did not realize that there was a problem? Like, that's the part that I don't get. Like, sure. Okay, let's just pretend that there is no rule on the books. There's no Fani clause, if you will, that you should not hire your side chick. You cannot hire your sneaky link. Okay. That's not in the books anywhere. Do you really think that Fani thought that was okay though? Like, oh, this is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with this at all. I was like, what were you thinking? What was your thought process? I would love to know what was the thought process that you thought it was okay to do what you did. Like, again, well, what is the situation in which that is okay? Because again, drop me a Republican in the chat, and I guarantee you, all of the rules will change. I guarantee you, there will be a problem. There will be an issue if this was a white man doing this. I guarantee you, as sure as my name is Jason. Let us keep this going. Pitt said that he and other county commissioners were unaware. I just said that already, but I wanted to read it again. We give millions of dollars, and I think as an elected official with a fiduciary responsibility that I should have the right to know how the money is being spent, Pitts said following Friday's committee hearing. I got a question, though. Have you been worried about this? Because I don't know. Maybe Paul Howard was doing all of the same things. Did y'all have that same heat for Paul? Did y'all have the same heat for the DA before then? Because Rob Pitts has been there forever and a Tuesday. So did they have the same heat? Again, don't beat your chest and say we deserve, like we have the fiduciary responsibility when y'all are giving her money and you're not holding her accountable for it. Because did you have a fiduciary responsibility last week? Did you have fiduciary responsibility in January? Because you weren't requiring from her what you're requiring now. So shh, be quiet, Mr. Howard. Don't. Just don't do it. Save the bravado. I got you. We got you, Mr. Pitts. We think you know what? Yes, you're a gangster, you strong, but sir, don't beat your chest too much, sir, because you ain't been doing it. Let us go. Willis told a crowd at a community outreach event in Atlanta on Friday that she finds it interesting that Republican majority Senate is attacking her credibility at the time when more black people like herself are being elected as district attorneys in Georgia. Fani Willis, please stop with the race bait. It makes you look silly. It really does. More silly than you trying to walk in there in here with this pink dress on backwards. More silly than that. More silly than Brahma bullying in that regard. Ma'am, this is not a racial issue. I guarantee you. Because I guarantee you would have the exact same smoke if it was a white man, Fani. If it was a white woman, you'd have the same smoke. Fani, shh, you sound crazy. And I'm here in Georgia, and I'm saying it to you. Let's go. This year, Willis is seeking a second term as district attorney. Shame on y'all, Fulton County, if y'all elect her. Her biggest challenge will be the May 21st Democratic Party primary, which is exactly in 15 days. How crazy would it be if she got primaried? I would totally laugh. I'm telling y'all, if she gets primaried, I am going to Fulton County and I will do a live show from Fulton County inside the perimeter. I might even go down to the Fulton County Courthouse and be live from Fulton County Courthouse. I'm Jason Whitaker. I would do it. Please let her get primary. And your guy is going there. I'm gonna do it. I still might go to Morehouse for homecoming too. For graduation. We'll talk about that later. Let us go. Her biggest challenge is the May 21st Democratic primary when she faces Christian Wise Smith, a Democrat who served in Atlanta City Solicitor as a Fulton County prosecutor. The winner of the Democratic primary will have a significant advantage in the November 5th general election, in a matchup against Courtney Kramer, a self-described MAGA attorney who has worked in the Trump White House. Kramer faces an uphill battle in a heavily Democratic Fulton. And that's a little bit more true than false. I will admit that. But anything can happen. Anything could happen. Just like this woman walked in there with her dress on backwards. Anything could happen. This year, Willis said prosecutors and the law enforcement have been working closely as part of the increased emphasis on locking up violent criminals and outreach programs that lead to a significant drop in Atlanta's crime rate this year. I do think it's interesting. I watched the press conference that she did Friday, which is outside of the soul food restaurant here in Fulton County. And she talked about things that I had never heard her mention before. She talked about a crime prevention program that she had started. And I thought that was interesting. I'm like, wait, I've never heard you mention that before. And I went back and I was like, oh, I heard Christian Wise Smith talk about that. Oh, I'm sorry. She said that she's starting, like it's going to be happening in the future. And then I looked back and I saw Christian Wise Smith during the debate mention that thing. I was like, yo, she's actually going to use she's going to use his idea in 4K in real time. Wild. And remember, during the Senate hearing, all you heard them talk about was the backlog. There's a log that's back. There's a back in the log. That's all they kept talking about. But Fani talks about the backlog is gone. Like there is no backlog. She has snapped her fingers and is done. But she never hired the attorneys that she needed. So how did you do that? Again, she's lawless. The woman is lawless. Again, there is no other way around it. I understand you might think she's a great person. She's a strong black woman. That's fine. But she is lawless. She just be lying to y'all, in my opinion. Let us go. They can look all they want, Willis said in a video footage taken by several Atlanta news outlets on Friday. The DA's office has done everything according to the books. We are following the law. Okay. The law unto yourself. Like you are the law. You are the law. I could prosecute high-profile cases. I could prosecute everyday cases when they need to be prosecuted, Willis said later. The scandal surrounding Willis and Wade's relationship garnered national headlines as hundreds of thousands of people watched live streams of Wade and Willis testifying at a February hearing on motions from the Trump and co-defendants seeking to disqualify Willis from the election interference case on grounds of prosecutorial misconduct. Willis has denied any allegations of professional misconduct and misappropriation of government money. She denies it. She denies it. So watch this. Willis has denied any allegation of professional misconduct. So what was she upset about Paul Howard for when she alleged that Paul Howard was having relationships with people that he worked with? She's doing the exact same thing. So what was Paul Howard's problem? What was Paul Howard's sin? There is, again, equal weights and measures, Fani. What then if Paul Howard was wrong? Oh, that's right. He wasn't a strong black woman. Let's keep it going. Both Wade and Willis testified during the February Superior Court hearing that they did not become romantically involved until several months after Wade was hired as a special prosecutor in November 2022. Even if that were true, he's still your sneaky link. Like, you see nothing wrong with that. I guarantee you, if we dug into previous DA of Fulton County's issues, and they said the exact same thing, Fani Willis has had a problem with it, and that they stopped dating in the following summer. So they was only dating like 5 months. I'm saying November 2023, and they were done in the summer. So that's like 8 months. They dated for 8 months. So they like high school level. Like, you want to be my boyfriend? You want to be my girlfriend? A drink from our sponsor. But critics of Willis, not disclosing having personal relationships, have accused the two of taking advantage of Wade being paid about $750,000 by splurging on vacations that included a Caribbean cruise, touring wineries in California. I thought it was more than one cruise, though, but I digress. To cover her share of the vacation expenses, Willis testified that she paid Wade several $1,000s in cash in order to cover her share of the vacation expenses. Can y'all in the chat, since we're supposed to believe Fani Willis, can y'all please just drop me some cash emojis in the chat? Drop me some money emojis. Just, since we're supposed to believe this. We're supposed to believe that she paid that man cash like that. So let's just go ahead and drop some money and dollars and cash emojis. That way at least pretend like we believe her. Because we're supposed to believe that. We're supposed to believe that. And there are people that still believe that, though. Like, what's wrong with you people? Like, why do you want to believe foolishness like that? All right, let's keep this going. 4 of the co-defendants pleaded guilty in various charges of the case while Trump, I don't care about that anymore. Jump down to Georgia Court of Appeals. Okay, here we go. A Georgia Court of Appeals is expected to render a ruling on May 13th. So that's next Monday. Oh my goodness. Whether to grant a motion by Trump and several of his co-defendants asking the court to review the Fulton County Superior Court Judge McAfee's decision to allow Willis to remain on the case following Wade's resignation. I'm telling y'all, this case is never going to see the light of day. It's never going to see the light of day. Okay, think about it. We've already talked about it. Y'all know this case is not going to see the light of day. But we're going to see that cash. I see them cash emojis in there. Thank y'all for that, because we're supposed to believe Fani. In the March 3rd ruling, McAfee wrote that Willis's actions showed tremendous lapse of judgment. However, the defense was unable to prove there was a conflict of interest that warranted dismissing the case. Okay, if that's what you want me to believe. Senator Harold Jones, an Augusta Democrat, said on Friday the lengthy committee meeting was a waste of time, arguing Fulton's government website and follow-up questions could have been answered in answer most of the senator's questions. So basically, Cowsert, you were wrong for asking questions. Okay, thank you. There's nothing that you learn as far as the state. No, wait, hold on. Start that again, Jason. There's nothing that you learn as far as the state Senate committee is concerned, except maybe now we're about to start having constitutional officers just change the way they do their budget, a process that has been in effect for over 30 years. Stop right there. No, we learned that y'all don't have any form of accountability. No, we learned that you all just give money to people with no requirements of them showing and proving that they've used the money to any degree or semblance of what they asked for. That's what we've learned, Mr. Jones. Now, Mr. Jones here, man, he capes for Fani all day. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand why that man is caping for her. But beside the point, we learned a whole lot, sir. But let's finish this up, Jason. I want all constitutional officers to realize that apparently in Georgia, in the Georgia State Senate, is about to change the law because of one event to happen in Fulton County. Wait, am I reading crazy? Okay, wait. I want all constitutional officers to realize that apparently the Georgia State Senate is about to change the law because of one event to happen in Fulton County. And that doesn't make sense. Jones said, no, sir, that is not it. And I think Jones knows that. As a matter of fact, I know Jones knows that. Jones knows that. He knows that's not why that is happening. But on the same note, Jones is the guy that just co-signs people blank checks, stuff left and right and center. This question right here, and I think this is a valid question before we go to the next articles. We got a good one here. We got like an intermediary article as well. What do you think will happen to Fani? I'm way behind on here. Actually, short of, I don't think she's going to get disbarred. As much as I think she probably should, I think it's justifiable. I think the optics is not going to work. It's going to be, you're going to have a, if she comes up for disbarment, we're going to know the ins and outs of every man or woman that is making that decision. We're going to know their ethnicity. We're going to know their dog washer. We're going to know their shoe size. We're going to know their order from Starbucks. And they're going to excoriate those people. How dare you disbar a strong black woman? That's what's going to happen. So there's that. But there's going to be ethics charges. I don't know if the Senate, the U.S. Senate, if Jim Jones is really going to come down hard on her with the use of grant monies and such like that. At the end of the day, as much as I really would like there to be some form, some semblance of accountability, I got this bad feeling I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to do the right thing. That's the thing, Kiana. I don't think they're going to do what's right. I don't think they are. Because if they were going to do what's right, then we would not be having, they would have already moved forward on the disbarment. They would have moved forward on Representative Mainer's complaint. They would have moved forward on all these other issues. And because they haven't, and they're just kind of pity-pattying around, I don't think they're going to do anything. And hear me, I'm the guy that believed that they were going to put the kibosh on this, but I don't think they are. I don't think they have the stomach for it. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But I could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it is what it is. Hey, everybody, thank y'all so much for that. Now, I do have another fun one. Not a fun one, but it's just a kind of like a, oh, man, what's wrong with us? If you don't mind, I got 76 people that have liked this video, and I'm glad that you find value in what I'm doing. If you do find value, do you mind hitting that like button? It just lets me know that you're finding something useful here. You enjoy the conversation and so on and so forth. I'd love to get to 80. That would be dope. So maybe like 3 more people just liking the video would be great. And if you don't like it, you know what, Jason? You talk too fast. You talk too loud. I don't like you. That's fine too. Just hit the like button like 3 times. Just do that. That'll help. All right. Let's go, because this one right here was really wild. And I'm just going to summarize it. Oh, where is it? There we go. Yo, what in the world is wrong with Chicago teachers? Yo, if you are from up north, if you from up there, yo, what is wrong with your people? Chicago teachers. We're not going to read this whole thing. I'm going to leave you know what? Let me give you the link to it so y'all can check it out. We're just going to give a quick summary of it because it's wild. Like, y'all is wild. I am not team. I don't support teachers unions. I don't think that they are very helpful for teachers. But just look at yo. Okay, check this out. Okay, Chicago teachers, 50 billion demands include pay hikes, abortions, migrant accommodations. The Teachers Unions of Chicago. Now, please understand what I said. The Teachers Union of Chicago, not Aurora, not Naperville, not Champaign, not Springfield, but just Chicago, is demanding a budget of $50 million. That's, I'm like, I don't even know how you say that with a straight face. And this, read this. Okay, we're going to speedball through this. We're going to speed run through this because I got some other things to talk about. But I saw this. And I was like, yo, what is wrong with this? Do you see the title right there? Do you see the title? Teachers Union Chief defends sending her son to a private school. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. These people are just too much. Okay, here we go. The Chicago Teachers Union, CTU, is negotiating a new contract with the public school system and is understood to be calling for an extra $50 billion to pay for wage hikes as well as other demands such as fully paid A's of children for the members, new migrant services and facilities, and a host of alphabet community related requirements and training in school. To put the figure in context, I just wanted to hear, this is it right here. To put the figure in context, the total base tax receipts for the state of Illinois last year was $50.7 billion. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're asking for the entire state budget to be applied to Chicago. These people, okay. Okay. Now, surely the teachers union in Illinois, they're crushing it as it relates to student test scores and student preparedness and readability, right? That would make perfect sense that they're probably just crushing it, and therefore they need to be properly compensated or compensated more because they're doing such a great job. Let's continue. The incredible demands are being made despite the members delivering underwhelming results for his students with only, oh my goodness, we're not gonna read this whole thing. 21% of the school's 8th grade graders being proficient readers, according to the last national report card, which provides national results about students' performance. Y'all, these people are not even doing the basics. They're not even touching the basics of their job requirements. And again, my name is Jason. I'm a former classroom teacher. These people are not even touching the basics of their general employment obligations, and they want more money, pay raise, and to take care of all these other services, which, by the way, why does your job have to take care of those things? But even more than that, why are you not doing the basics? Okay, this one to read a little bit more. The union demands have not been made public, but a leaked document sheds light on the eye-popping demands. Union President Stacey Davis Gates' audacious plan calls for members to bank at least 9% wage increase each year through the fiscal year 2028. So this $50 billion is going to be spread over several years, but that's amazing. I can only imagine. The average salary of teachers in Chicago public school system is $93,182. Now that doesn't, I need a lot more context to that, because I'm sure a first year teacher is not making that. I guarantee you a principal is not making that, or somebody who's been there for 30 years has not been there. So we got to see what they're doing. According to the research by the Illinois Policy Institute, a conservative nonprofit think tank, therefore, the average teacher's pay will increase by half to $144. Wow. In the 2027-28 school year. So let me see, so this is a 24. So it's 24-25. So in 3 years, that basically, their salary would go up by almost $51,000 as an average. That is bananas. Wow. All right. I just wanted to read over that real quick. I just thought it was interesting. I am not going to read all of that because, again, I like to dunk on government union teachers. I dunk on them a lot, so I don't want to do that. And I don't think y'all came here for that. All right, real quick. I need, if you don't mind, do me a favor real quick before we jump into this. I want to say thank you all for stopping by. Thank you so much for chiming in and being a part of the live chat. I'm in the process of changing the poll because I really want y'all to participate in this poll. And I would like you to tell me, what is your favorite type of pie? All right, there's the poll question. And drop an emoji to show what type of pie you like. Apple pie, cherry pie, I don't know, pumpkin pie. Like, what's your favorite type of pie? Oh, thank y'all so much for liking the video. I appreciate you. We got 92 people that have liked the video. That's what's up. Thank you so very much. If I got 8 more, I'd hit 100. That'd be outstanding. So thank y'all. I appreciate you. What's your favorite type of pie? Banana cream pie. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't see that one coming. Okay. Coconut pie. Buttermilk? Really? Lemon meringue. Okay. I see y'all. Okay. Lemon meringue. That's a different one. I have to say I didn't know that one. Lemon meringue. Buttermilk. What is buttermilk pie? I feel like that's something. I feel like I should know that. Coconut cream pie. Okay. What is my twin brother's name? My twin brother's name he doesn't exist. Pumpkin pie or pecan pie or key lime pie. All right, I see what you're doing there. Cherry and peach. I got you. I see sweet potato pie. Okay, I like it. I see y'all. All right, what else? Key lime, rocking. Okay, here we go. Cherry. Okay, cherry pie. I got you. I see that. I see. We using emojis to write whole sentences now. I see y'all. Key lime, sweet potato in the building. My aunt used to make an amazing egg pie. Is that not a quiche? What is an egg pie? I can't with y'all. Boysenberry pie. Okay. I'm from Texas. Okay, we're not going to turn this into a food show, but I don't know I would love to know what that is. Humble pie. That's what Fani needs for sure. I see what you did there, David Cowboy. I see what you did. All right. So, Jason, why are you asking about that? Well, Fani Willis's former boyfriend, Nathan Wade, defends workplace romance with Trump prosecutor. Y'all are not ready for this foolishness right here. So I need y'all to get yourselves ready. I need 4 more people to hit this like button to help a brother out. Give me that over 100 likes on the video. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I will still read this article to y'all because it's going to be ridiculous. But if I can get 3 more likes, that'd be great. This thing right here is ridiculous. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here it comes. Jason, what in the world is happening here? Former Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nate Wade defended his romantic relationship that threatened to derail one of the criminal trials involving former President Donald Trump. Well, what are you talking about? Wade said his relationship with, and I want y'all to remember about 3 weeks ago, I did a video about how people in the Fulton County DA were like trying to date witnesses and date clients. Remember that? And a lot of people were like, well, what was the culture? Was the culture like this whole dating, dating pool type of thing going on, Sex in the City type of thing? Watch this. Let's go. Wade said his relationship with Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis wasn't out of the ordinary for any workplace in the country. After he was forced to resign from the Fulton County office in March after Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee ruled either he or Willis needed to step aside from the office's election subversion case against Trump. The judge made his decision after Mike Roman, one of Trump's co-defendants, alleged that Willis and Wade were involved in a romantic relationship, which is true actually, leading to questions if Willis was benefiting from appointing Wade to handle the case. Okay, we got that part. Look what this man said. Workplace romances are as American as apple pie. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Do not try to drag us into your sinful, wicked behavior, Nate. Don't try to do it, Nate. Nate, you the dog by yourself, my guy. Don't try to drag us into this. No, sir. No, sir. The vast majority of men are not stepping out on their wives with their side piece, having their side piece hire them for an exorbitant amount. No, it doesn't happen like that. That's your own wicked, evil cross to bear, Nate. That's your cross. Put that thing on your back and you hold on to that because that's you, my guy. That's not everybody else. Said Nate in a new interview. It happens to everyone, but it happened to the two of us. Let me see. Hold on. You know what? I don't think I clicked on this link. Is this a video? Wait up. Hold on. Oh, it's not a video. It's just another attempt at the article. Wait, maybe it is. Hold on. Yo, it is a video. Oh no, we're going into extra innings. Okay, we're gonna read this real quick. Oh, I did not see that. Okay, I am so sorry. I did not see that. We actually have a video. Oh, we got to go. Now, when asked if he regrets his romance with Willis, Wade said he regrets how it became the focal point of the case, which relates to Trump's attempt to overturn the 2020 election results in the state of Georgia. He also laments that the details of his personal life were taken focus away from the true issues of this case. Wade resigned from the case on March 15th, which Willis accepted and praised her coworker as a brave and outstanding advocate. Okay, sure she did. That was a worst letter in the world, by the way. All right, Willis has also there we go. Willis has also faced other setbacks in the case, including questions from the Congress about the whistleblower claim about her use of $488,000 federal grant dollars. The whistleblower, Amanda Timpson, accused Willis in January of firing her after Timpson raised concerns in 2021 that the Willis's aide planned to use a portion of the grant for frivolous spending. Willis's office has said the claims are inaccurate and that Timpson is a disgruntled employee who is fired for cause. There's currently no trial date set for the Trump trial in Fulton County. Among the former president's legal battles, he is in the middle of a court battle in Manhattan, New York, regarding 34 counts of hush money indictment. All right, and that is the end of that. Yo, I didn't realize that there was actually an article here. Oh, now we got to go. Now we got to go do that. Okay. Yeah, and I just thought that was really funny that Nathan Wade would come out here and say, oh, it's just as normal as American as apple pie. No, sir, it's not. No, sir. No, sir. You're not going to get away with that. You're not going to sit there and try to put that on everybody else and say, oh, it's just a normal behavior. That's not normal behavior, Nathan. It's not. It's evil and you're wrong. All right. I think Let me make sure this starts. Because I would love, it does not play, Jason. Of course it doesn't. Why? Because it's just that's, okay. I'm going to do this. All right. We're going to watch this. Oh my goodness. I did not know this was, I did not know that this was here. It's only a minute and a half. But oh my goodness. First of all, I want to make sure everybody can hear it. All right. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Nathan Wade. He helped lead the prosecution in the election interference case against former President Trump and others in.
Real quick, can you just comment real quick that you can hear that? I'm going to back it up. I'm going to make sure everybody can hear before we get too far. So this is an interview. We might have to, we might have to do a watch party for this. My goodness. Oh my gosh. All right, can you real quick, let me know that you can hear this. Let me know that you can hear this. All right, I can hear it. Okay, dope. All right, let's go. All right, let's fly. Boy, I'm telling you, like this story has, like Trump is like, whatever, nobody even cares anymore. This story has become so out of control. I mean, the best you can do is try to get people to look at Trump, because now we look at y'all. Let's go.
To an ABC News exclusive, our interview with Nathan Wade. He helped lead the prosecution in the election interference case against former President Trump and others in Georgia. But in March, a judge's order forced him to resign after it was revealed that he had a romantic relationship with Fani Willis, the Fulton County DA who hired him. Now he's speaking out for the first time about that relationship.
Workplace romances are as American as apple pie. It happens to everyone. But it happened to the two of us.
Do you regret it?
I regret that private matter became the focal point of this very important prosecution. This is a very...
Okay, I gotta stop. Is it a private matter? Like, he does realize the only reason it became a public matter is because you were getting paid. If you were not being paid, sir, you would not, and weren't, of course, on this case, this would have been a non-issue. Or if she had not hired you, y'all could have still been, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have brought this up had you not done it. You make it sound like this is just everybody falls into a sneaky link that could hire them and pay them better than $700,000. That doesn't happen, sir. That's not normal. Please stop behaving like this. You're a grown man. Like, that's not normal, my guy. All right, let's go.
Very important case. I hate that my personal life has begun to overshadow the true issues in the case.
But at some point, once that bond is there, and if democracy is on the line, as has been described, do you say, maybe we pause this until after the case is over?
Absolutely. I'll concede that could have been an approach. But there again, when you are in the middle of it, these feelings are developing, and you get to a point to where the feelings are so strong that you start to want to do things that really are none of the public's concern.
Wade and Willis have both publicly said that relationship ended in 2023. Much more of my interview with Nathan Wade tomorrow on Good Morning America and ABC News Live Prime.
Oh, no. Y'all know where we're going to be tomorrow. Oh, I did not know that.
So we've got breaking news.
I did not know that. Y'all know where we're going to be tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. What did y'all think about that? What did y'all think about Nate? Let me pull that little clip, the interview, because this is a good summary. I think this is a decent summary. What do y'all think about that? This is American as apple pie. This is sweet as cherry pie. That's what Sade said. What do y'all think about that? Too much starch on his collar? How did you get there? How did you get there? Too much starch on his collar? I didn't even notice it. Now I gotta go back and look now. You got me all discombobulated again. All right. Oh my gosh. Where's that link? Oh, this is gonna be amazing. So y'all want to watch party? I think we probably will. He's basically saying corruption is American. Is American. I disagree. I agree. I agree with you, Amber. He's moving. It was weird the way he's moving his neck. I thought that too, but I'm gonna wait to see what's his name? What's the guy, the decoder guy that decodes body language? I'm gonna wait for them to tell me what it was. Oh, Shari's ready. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got a recording tomorrow at the studio tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna figure it out as soon as I find out what time this is. Okay. That's a great question. Where is the AG? I don't know. That's a fantastic. Martin the Decoder. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Where is the Attorney General of Georgia? We got to get our lives together. Georgia, we got to get our lives together, y'all. You think he was slouched down in the chair? Now y'all got me. Okay. Now we got to go turn this into a body language discussion about Nathan Wade's body language in the chair. Oh my goodness. I think y'all are hilarious. Let me tell y'all that. I did not even notice that. Okay, let's see what y'all people talk about. You say you're slouching in the chair. All right, let's pull this down so y'all can see what we're talking about. All right, in this interview, okay. Let's see this guy. Let's see. All right, let's pull this back in and y'all know I have no idea what I'm doing, right? All right, let's see. All right. Okay. I've heard lots of people give kudos to Nathan Wade for his suits. So I'm going to take nothing away from that because I'm not a suit guy. Okay, so you're saying he has too much starch in his shirt? Really? In the collar? Where are you getting it from? I know that's a new shirt. That's definitely a clean shirt for sure. I'm not a fan of that checkerboard pattern thing, but hey, I'll take nothing away. Nathan Wade is a smooth dresser. I'm gonna give him that for sure. I'm gonna take nothing away. I try to give props where props are due. That man dresses very well. I mean, look, there you go. I'm wearing some shorts and a polo. So look, and a hat because I got a little micro afro. So look, I give him respect. Okay, let's keep this going. You said his neck was moving. Okay, let's see. There's no audio. So I'm just looking without no audio. That man looked like Eddie Long. I don't care. Nobody say. Look, right. I'm gonna give him credit. I gotta give the man credit, Sylvia. He dresses well. I ain't gonna no shame. No shame. Well, the way he's moving his neck does look kind of weird. I'll give y'all that. Yeah, we're not. That's what's called play. I said checkerboard. Thank you. All right, yeah, I'm very interested now in this interview. So I would like, we might have to. Okay, all jokes aside, like I said, I have a recording tomorrow at the studio at 10 o'clock. If I can pull that off and get done, I don't know what time this is going to be. As soon as we find out, we will. I will announce. We might do a watch party and just watch it. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. What is Kiana saying over here? Kiana says, "Dear World Christian, that was in response to me asking why he was moving his neck like that to stretch his collar." Oh, gotcha. I mean, again, I'm gonna give him shine for that. Amber says, "I don't like the plaid either. It looks like a cheesy car salesman." It was when he was talking about feelings being caught. Look, that dude right there. Like that doesn't happen. That's not a normal process, sir. It's not normal for your sneaky link to be able to hire you and to pay you $750,000. I'm telling you right now, that is not normal practice. That's crazy, my guy. That is crazy. People commenting on his kids. His children are grown. They're not kids. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I understand, but then on the same note, I'm not, wow, I didn't know I could do that. I understand, but on the same note, I think we can agree. Like for example, if I'm used to making, $300,000 a year, my kids are going to probably, and I may have even promised things to them well past when I should be giving them to them, AKA they're in college, they're overseas, playing football. I might have promised them something well past when I could. Now, because I made that kind of money, and that's not it's not a hardship for me to pay for my daughter's college, pay for my other daughter to go overseas to play soccer. That wouldn't be a hardship. However, so that's why I think that people talk about their kids, but I mean, they're not like they're like 40 or 30 even. I think they're like, low 20s, but it is what it is. I think that's everybody's approach, or everybody's going to have to deal with that one as they see fit. I can say like, hey, if I promise my kid something and then I turn around and say, go get it from your mama, I think that is kind of foul. That's my little 2 cents. That's my 2 cents on that. He sells himself to women. I guess they feel like they bought apple pie. Well, there you go. It's just as American as apple pie, he said. That's what he sold us. He said it is just as American as apple pie. Please let me be able to get this interview so we can watch it. Please. Oh my gosh, it's going to be funny.
For the first time about that relationship.
Workplace romances are as American as apple pie. It happens to everyone.
But sir, no, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I got to turn this off. I shouldn't even brought that back up. Shame on me, Jason. No, it doesn't, sir. No, it doesn't. Don't try to impugn that. Don't try to impugn your sin on everybody else, sir. That is you. That's your cross to bear, Mr. Wade. You bear that cross and you just hold on to that thing. That's you. $1 million a year is crazy. When the average American might not even touch $1 million in their lifetime, you get almost $1 million in a year. Sir, please stop. Stop it. And Amber, you kind of hit and again, I was like, initially I was like, my kids, when you're 18, you're out the door. No, I know I said it, but the world we live in now is just a different place. So now I want to help my daughters as best I can. I want them to, of course, do things with their lives and hopefully scurry on and get married. But yeah, you want to help your kids. So I totally get it. And I think Nathan made that kind of promise, in my opinion, to his children. But then out of spite, again, in my opinion, he made a different kind of call mid game. He called something different an audible. And I think that's where many people are calling him on the carpet about that, saying about his kids. But it is what it is. Let's see if I missed any other good comments in here, which there always are. Yeah, I do feel like he was slouching though, Shari. You're right. I do kind of feel that. I see what you're talking about. I mean, there are, and by no means am I saying that there are not other situations, but I don't think it's like as common, like everybody does it. No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. Not sure. Are there a lot of them? You're probably right. You're probably more right than wrong. But just to and I want to see the full interview, so please let me be able to get the full interview. But I think to kind of denote that, everybody does it, that doesn't make anybody right either, though, Nathan. That doesn't make it right. And if this was again, if we did a political argument, if this was somebody of a different political ideology, would you be okay with that? Could somebody use the same defense and say, well, Nathan Wade said it's okay because it's as American as apple pie? I don't think they would. Juan, I think you meant most people don't have a relationship with somebody on the taxpayer stuff. I do hope you meant don't. I do hope you meant don't. But yeah, I thought that was wild. This is so wild. But before I get too far afield, because I do want to get you wonderful people out of here, I want to say thank y'all real quick. See, Juan, I got you covered, my guy. I got you. Don't you worry about it. Dear World Christian got your back. I didn't want you to look. I didn't want to be looking like Juan's out here pushing some kind of other kind of shady stuff. So, but before I get too far afield, I want to thank you all for being a part of this live chat. I want to thank each and every one of you all, because not only do you watch the videos, not only do you comment and all that kind of stuff like that, but you add so much value to these discussions and such like that. I really do appreciate it. I say it a lot, and I want to make sure I say it now again. And I also want to thank all the moderators. You all rock. So really, I'm not wrapping up. I just want to make sure I said it because I had it on my notes right here. It's on my notes. I do want to say thank you again to the moderators as well for keeping everything moving in the right direction. But this is not like herding cats. This is a well-oiled machine, and the live chat is fantastic. So thank you all, each and every one of you. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm glad I made your day better. I hope I did. Well, thank you. Oh no, is Juan coming through with the RICO charge money? Oh, there we go. I got it, Juan. I got you covered, my guy. Thank you so much for the RICO Defense Fund. The more I think about it, the more I'm laughing. Like, wait, I'm telling them I'm going to go to Fulton County and live stream from Fulton County. That's going to be so crazy. Speaking of crazy, today is Monday. Oh yeah, so it's tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow I'm supposed to be sitting down. Most of you all heard my little rant about Morehouse College. My name is Jason. I'm a proud Morehouse alumni, Morehouse man, class of 1999. Well, my alma mater, dear old Morehouse, is hosting, for commencement this year, we're having Joe Biden come to speak at graduation. I am against that decision, but it is what it is. He's coming. There's no other way around it. So it is what it is. Now, to my surprise, much to my surprise, many other Morehouse men also disagreed with Joe Biden coming to speak at homecoming. I was like, oh, wow, we're brethren. The problem is why they were disagreeing with Joe Biden coming to speak at graduation. Many of them are upset about what's going on in the Middle East and Joe Biden's position on what's going on in the Middle East. And therefore, they are in an upheaval about that. And so they don't want him to come because of that. And my position is that that's not the big issue. And I do think we need to have a heartfelt conversation about the way culture and society is driving us to fight for things that don't make sense, at all. It makes no sense to me. And I'm being honest, like I read an article this morning about Emory University, which is here in Atlanta. Emory University is thinking about recalling their president of the college because he called the police on these people that are protesting what's going on in the Middle East. And because he called the police and they felt like he was using too much power in that regard, they're thinking about recalling this man. As far as I know, he's done a decent job as president. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So his job is now in jeopardy, potentially in jeopardy. The faculty has already voted that they have a vote of no confidence in the president because of these children holding camp in the middle of the quad, disrespecting the overall college campus over something that's happened 9 time zones away. So y'all heard me rant about this, and I've gone on about this. Well, I was contacted by a brother who wants to sit down at Podium Studios and talk with me. He's a legal scholar. He has a vast knowledge of what's going on in the Middle East and so on and so forth. And he feels that it is right for Morehouse men to protest this issue going on in the Middle East. And I, of course, vehemently disagree with that position. And I mean, and I'm saying I'm using protests in the broadest sense possible, whether it be walking out, whether it be holding up signs and banners, whether it be disruption, whether it be outright full-on march down Westview Drive. I'm against every last form of it because, and I've expressed it before, and I'll say it again, here in the metro Atlanta area, away from Morehouse College, or rather in the Atlanta University Center, 3 miles away from the Atlanta University Center is a Planned Parenthood facility. They destroy and delete more brown babies, more black babies, more white babies, more babies, period, than anything that's going on in the Middle East. I don't care about that stuff over there to the degree that I'm concerned about what's going on here in the United States. So therefore, I am not going to lose sleep about what's possibly going on in the Middle East when there's real atrocities, real genocide happening right here in 4K in our state, in our city, doggone it, in the zip code. But that doesn't make sense to me. So therefore, young man wants to come in and wants to have a discussion with me. At the current moment, it is still on. We are scheduled tomorrow at, let me double check real quick, and I'm gonna make it available. We're scheduled tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll see that showing up on my channel in a moment. I'm looking forward to the discussion. At the end of the day, I think we should have these kind of discussions, but I do think there's something that we've kind of embraced in society and culture where I call it live action role play. We fight for things that have zero influence on our lives. Now, I'm not saying that we don't care about things that are outside of our lives, because sure, I may never meet Susie Q in person. Like, there's Susie Q, fantastic moderator. I love Susie Q and I appreciate her being a part of this community. But I might not meet her in person before we enter into eternity. But that doesn't mean I don't care about her. But I cannot put Susie Q above my own children or my very neighbors next door to me. Now, again, I can be concerned about Susie Q, and I should be concerned about Susie Q because that's the right thing to do. But again, it needs to be in proper categories or priorities. My immediate neighbors, I need to be concerned about them. But again, going back to the Morehouse discussion, and we'll talk about this tomorrow, why are we losing sleep over people that are possibly being terminated 9 time zones away when literally 9 blocks away, entire elementary schools of children are being deleted almost every month? We're talking hundreds and hundreds of children every month. Why am I supposed to lose sleep over what's going on over there when in real time right here, this is happening? And these are possible Morehouse men. These are possible Spelman women, Clark Atlanteans, as well as Morris Browns. These are possible students of the Atlanta University Center that no longer exist. Why am I, tell me again? Help me understand that. And so, yeah, so we will have that conversation tomorrow. I'm hoping everything will go well. If not, I don't know. If for whatever reason, if me and Mark don't link up and it doesn't work, I might just get on and just rant for an hour about it and just lay out my case. Matter of fact, that's probably what I'll do. If Mark doesn't come through, I'm going to sit in the studio and I'm just going to rant for an hour. I'm going to get hyped up on some coffee, second drink of the day. I'm going to get hopped up on some coffee and I'm just going to cause chaos because I think we've embraced an idea. And here, this is something I want to play out. Because a lot of people bring up, Morehouse has been a school that has been very involved in protests in the past. So, of course, civil rights movement, I got you, okay? Vietnam War, I got you. The Korean War, Got you. They were very integral in protesting those type of events, and I agree. Morehouse has a history of that, and we've been successful. We've been a part of those protests. I got you. But the only difference is those are things that we were directly related to. The civil rights, those are our mothers and fathers, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles were deeply involved in that issue in real time. Vietnam War, we were in the Vietnam War. It wasn't just we're sending supplies to the Viet Cong. It wasn't just that we're sending supplies to our allies. We ourselves, our men and women were involved in the war. Same thing with Korea. Same thing with every other conflict. We had real involvement. We don't have real vested involvement in what's going on in the Middle East. And I dare say we don't have invested interest in what's going on in Ukraine. I'm just saying. So again, I'm going to leave that alone, because I'm going to be ready tomorrow to rant. If Mark comes, we can have that conversation about whether or not it's right for Morehouse men to protest. I say emphatically, no, it's not. It's not. It's not a right. And there's a lot of other reasons, and there's some selfish reasons too. I'll interject some selfish reasons why men should not protest what's going on 9 time zones away. But guess what? I don't think graduation is the place to even protest what's going on in Planned Parenthood. And I think that's what we should be protesting. But I don't believe that graduation, commencement, is where we should be doing that. That's just my little 2 cents. And we'll save it for tomorrow. Woo! I'm going to have to take some notes on that one, because I'll be ready to talk about it. So prayerfully, let me see. Did he email me back? I have not seen my email from him, and I'm a little bit disappointed, Mark. I need that email, my brother. All right, so the plan is tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Like I said, you know what? If he don't come through, I might just rant myself. I think I can do that. I think I can rant for an hour without thinking about it. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Good conversations going on in the live chat. I appreciate it. Let me see. Good to see you, Michelle. Thank you. Or Angel Wings. I'm sorry. Good to see Michelle. Good to see Angel Wings. Both of y'all. Thank you. All right. Let me see. Yeah, it's live action role playing. It is. It's just live action. There's nothing. I would love to meet someone in a group. Everyone in a group should have a meetup down in Georgia. Hey, now don't be surprised. Now, look, I got no problem with that. I will rent out a little conference hall or something like that. Might have to take up a collection for dinner, but hey, we can make it happen now. I am not above it. Thank you so much, Tawanda. I appreciate it. Hopefully I said something good. All right, I'm about to go back and watch my tape. Like, what did I say? What? Are you kidding me? Please stop, Kiana. Is Fani giving a lecture, a speech outside of Big Bethel? Get out of here. I hope you're joking. Please tell me you're joking. We are not going to be, look. You got me all going in circles. I think Kiana was pulling my leg. I think she's pulling my leg. All right. They've been fighting each other. Come on now, David Cowboy. They've been fighting each other for longer than we have been alive. Come on. And again, those are wars that we were intimately involved in. Absolutely. We were actively involved in Vietnam. We're actively involved in Korea. Those are real wars that we were a part of. Yo. Juan, we got to ask Robin Yurty if we could borrow her place. I don't think if everybody came to Atlanta. Now, it's close to the airport, though. So that is funny. That is hilarious. This is a war with an ally and a country that wants both our ally and us completely destroyed. No lie detected. I'm looking for it, but I don't see it. All right, let me see. You want me to be hyped? I'm not gonna need that much coffee. I'm not gonna need that much because I'm gonna be excited about this conversation. So prayerfully, Mark is calling me back or hits me back so we can make sure we're golden. I'm gonna send him the link in a minute, and make sure you're on here again, brother. Or come to the studio. I think we're supposed to come to the studio. I apologize. He's supposed to be coming to the studio. They say it's on Fox Atlanta? Girl, stop playing with me. Fox 5 ATL. Now, I see the Young Thug case now, Kiana. You're right. Y'all, I can't stand us. Hold on. Oh, we're going to 30 minutes? Ay, ay, ay. I can't give Fani 30 minutes, can I? Oh, okay, we got to. Y'all, okay. Y'all, we got to. We got to. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna watch it and comment. Please, in the chat right now, right this very second, please, in this second, please just type Fani, F-A-N-I. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Please just put Fani in the chat. Just fill it up. Fill it up. Oh my goodness. I did not expect, like I told y'all this morning, man, the traps was full of craziness this morning. I did not expect it to be this crazy. Oh my gosh. The title right there at the top, Georgia faith leaders announce support for Fulton DA Fani Willis. Oh my gosh. Every person on this step in a second needs to be marked and avoided. They are no longer safe to be pastors. Please mark and avoid these people. All right, real quick. Oh, we got to do this. Man, thank you, Q. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, I am assuming that the audio is not playing. Ooh, was it? Hold on, what happened?
I've been handled. In fact, is not sure that children did not get cheated.
All right, so their audio is messed up. It's not me. It's Dr. It's Lady Dear World Christian's calling me now. Hold on one second.
Still in New Jersey. In New Jersey, I heard the story of this young prosecutor who was fighting to make sure that children did not get cheated out of a quality education. And in the midst of strong opposition and powerful forces, she held her ground and fought the good fight. Fani Willis is a person of tremendous courage and integrity. Today, that young prosecutor is known all over the world because of her pursuit of justice, because of her commitment that no one is above the law.
Right, all right.
Is it really?
And because of fighting on behalf of all of the citizens of Fulton County. Much has been said about her stand as it relates to the 2020 election and whether or not there was an effort to disregard the will of the people. But her record is about much more than that. And we make a mistake if that's all we focus on.
Got it.
But somebody ought to say something about the fact that crime has been reduced by 25%.
All right.
The third highest percentage across the nation.
Right.
Somebody ought to say something about the fact that she has gone after and attacked the problem of gangs, not only across Fulton County, but gangs which infect in a negative way too many of our communities and especially our young people. And she has carried out indictments against many of the major gang leaders in this area. Somebody ought to say something about the fact that when she assumed office, there were more than 70,000 open cases. Wow. Today, all of those cases have been handled.
I want to see proof of that.
Somebody ought to talk about the fact that she's created the first pre-indictment diversion program in Fulton County, which gives people who deserve it a second chance. Through partnerships with community organizations and churches and other groups, they are able now to get skills for life and not have their future marred by a criminal record. Fani Willis has a terrific record.
All right.
And we don't want that record to be missed because we focus on one thing.
All right.
And so we come today to...
Okay, I'm going to stop right here because I'm this fluff right here as he gets ready to transition, allow Fani to come up and speak. Notice Fani rarely gets into a situation where she will interact with people who disagree with her. She likes to speak. She does not like to be challenged. And then also, if you get a chance to go watch the video, my video from Saturday, where she spoke on Friday during the committee hearing, he's literally using the exact same speaking points. The prevention program that she allegedly is starting, the fact that 80,000 quadrillion billion backlog has been just magically done away with, giving people a second chance. Those are all the speaking points that she used in that in her speech on Friday. Now, I'm not saying that she couldn't have given him speaking points to use, but it's clear that he's reading that from there. He's not saying this organically. And please understand, crime is not down in the city of Atlanta. Let's go.
Endorse Fani Willis and to make it clear that we will do everything we can to make sure that she is not only reelected, but through her reelection send a message throughout Georgia
and the country
and the nation.
All right.
That she's not in this by herself.
All right.
That the citizens that she was elected to serve have her back.
All right.
Let me close by saying I am fascinated with Fani Willis. These last 4 years have been filled with pressure. One thing after another.
All right.
Threats against her life and all of that. But I'm fascinated because despite all of that, she still enjoys this job.
All right.
That's because she got unfettered
It's like she
money.
was born for this job.
Yes, sir.
And Fulton County could do no better than Fani Willis.
All right.
So we endorse her today. And we're going to be calling upon all the citizens of Fulton County to join with us in re-electing her as Fulton County District Attorney. This time, let me call upon Dr. Timothy McDonald to come and give some remarks, followed by Dr. Jamal Bryant.
Thank you so much, Bishop Jackson.
All right, I'm gonna
This
do
is the
something.
civil rights.
All right, I'm speed running through this because I don't want to hear anybody else. I don't want to hear Bishop Jackson. I want to hear Fani, and I want to hear Jamal. I'm sorry if you wanted to hear. Oh, here's Jamal. We're gonna hear Jamal. He's a Morehouse man, and I despise him, so I got to give him that.
And for what he's doing at Newburgh. Let us hear now from this prophet of God, Jamal Bryant.
All right.
I give it to you.
Thank you, Dr. McDonald, Bishop Jackson, to members of the press. My name is Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant of the New Birth and Missionary Baptist Church. I come today to wholeheartedly endorse and support D.A. Willis, and I wanted you to know why. In 234 years of this republic, not once from George Washington to Abraham Lincoln, not once from John Fitzgerald Kennedy to Eisenhower, not once have we ever had to indict a president. 234 years, American history has been disrupted, but I would dare say that book will not be banned in Florida. But it should be noted that this president is currently under 4 different trials at the exact same time. One of them is taking place even in this hour for hush money, hoping that a woman would be quiet and would not give her peace. Regrettably, that money for them did not reach Georgia. Because we found a hero that is buried in this soil by the name of Hosea Williams, who said that we are unbought and we are unbossed.
That's it.
And our DA has said in the words of that Negro spiritual, I'm not going to let anybody turn us around. I want to give a caveat that this is in fact a ecumenical gathering of preachers. And I need you to see flanked behind me with symbolism and with substance that they are all men. That is not out of misogyny, it is out of clear messaging. The most consistent voting bloc for the Democratic Party since President Obama has been black women. The Democratic Party owes a debt of gratitude for black women carrying the water and delivering for the party for the last 4 presidential cycles. And so we understand that the role and the responsibility in this election is for black men to step up to the plate. If black men step up to the plate, this will not even be a debate. It won't even be a question. It won't even be contention. And so I want to...
You know what? I am not going to turn this into a political numbers debate. You know what? Let them have it. Let them have it, Jason. Let them go.
Really ring the hammer loud for black men to not just go to the vote, go to the polls, but to go there in record and strong numbers. Because when men lead the way, it will shift the community and thereby it will shift the nation. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad once said that the most vulnerable person in this nation is black women. And so today we came to surround this black woman with care, with compassion, with confidence, and with love. To know that we are not in any average random place. We could have had this press conference outside of the headquarters of Coca-Cola, but we didn't want you to think that our fire would fizz out. We could have had this press conference outside of CNN, but we didn't want you to think that this was just for click and bait. We could have had this press conference, ladies and gentlemen, outside of Georgia Power, but we wanted you to know that this was not electricity, but this is spiritual undergirding. But we came to historic Auburn Avenue to let Georgia realize that the civil rights struggle is still underway. And I stand here today much like they did on the steps of the monument in 1964. To understand that this debate, this issue, is about not just dreaming, but making the dream a reality. I want my daughters to dream to know that they can be a DA. I want them to dream to know that they can speak truth to power. I want them to dream.
Okay, I'm sorry. My name is Jason, class of 1999. Jamal Harris Bryant is a class of 94, I believe, at Morehouse College. And this man is a pure and utter disgrace. This man, I'm going to say it. My name is Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com. Please make sure you email management if you have a question, comment, concern about what I'm about to say. Jamal Harrison Bryant is a complete and utter disgrace. He has more baby mamas than you have toes on your feet. This man got the audacity to be talking about what he wants his daughters to do when he is sitting there propping up a woman who demonstrates lawlessness. Jamal. But again, I don't expect anything from you. Sir, you are spiritually bankrupt. So you would be here giving platitudes. You would be here just spouting foolishness because, sir, that's all you got. That's all you got, House. Nothing more, nothing less than just giving platitudes and silly commentaries. You sat up all night thinking about, oh, Georgia Power, oh, Coca-Cola, oh, and you thought about that, and you thought you hit, and you had the audacity to be using Elijah Muhammad, and you profess to be a Christian pastor. DearWokeC@gmail.com. If you have a question, comment, concern, please make sure you email management. Let them know Jason's gone off the rails. Let's finish, because we ain't even got to Fani yet. Oh, my word.
To know that when they speak against corruption in high places, that a community will stand behind them. I want my daughters to realize that this is, in fact, the words of Fani Lou Hamer. When you get sick and tired of getting sick and tired, find a second wind and run on and see what the end is going to be. And so we came not just to speak to the press, not just to speak to Georgians, not just to speak to the electorate, not just to speak to the Trump campaign, but we came to speak to our sister, our DA, to let her know that there is a nation standing behind you that is not just giving lip service, but we are going to pull the lever so that she will in fact be back in place and in position to stand for those who don't have a voice, to stand for those who have been marginalized, to stand for those who have been ostracized. And so, ladies and gentlemen, so many of you want somebody else to return to office. Let this be a precursor that this is going to be somebody who's going to return back to office, but she's returning back without 81 indictments. Please help us welcome back our new DA, who is fit for the occasion, birthed for this moment, and has laser precision focus about what our community, what Fulton County is supposed to look like, and all the more what the Constitution is supposed to live by. Thank you so much, and please vote for our DA, Fani Willis. God bless you.
Jamal just there for the laying on of hands. That's all he there for. He just there to lay hands afterwards. That's what he about to do. He just there for the laying on of hands, and that's all. Yeah, I'm petty. Yes, I'm petty, because I think Jamal Bryant is a fraud, and I'm petty, and I'm going to say it. Jamal Bryant is a fraud. No, this is not the man. This is not Rob Pitts. Somebody asked, is this Rob Pitts from the hearing? No, that is not Rob Pitts. Now, I will say he does look like him, because I had to double check myself, but that's not Rob Pitts from earlier. All right, let's let Fani tease it out. Let's go.
If I can, I want you to introduce. I know he can do it, but I want to said Reverend Motley.
Oh, man,
Dr.
I want to hear
Lowry
him.
founded the People's Agenda. Dr. Joseph Lowry.
I'm sorry, Joseph Lowry.
Right down the street is the office of
Joseph
SC.
Lowry, I'm sorry. I had to skip you. I don't want you. I don't want to hit you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I am so humbled today. There is not an endorsement I would seek more than the one that you just heard. These men are the men that lead our community. They are the men that pray for me. They are the men that offer me and my family protection. For me, that's gotten to be a real thing in the last 4 years. I am just a human being, and there are days where I feel very low or very afraid for my children, because I am still a mother, and I am a mother first. And when you have people that are really evil and are willing to threaten your children, and I understand will back up those threats, that is a scary thing. And so people keep wondering, how does she keep getting back up to do her job, and why does she even want to get back up?
Okay, I gotta stop, because so y'all are petty. Y'all are pettier than me. Okay, my name is Jason, and I thought I was super petty. Y'all in this chat right now. Tawanda is gonna go into timeout. I need the moderators to put Tawanda in timeout for saying pray for her, and she misspelled pray. Y'all put her in timeout right now, and then tell Tawanda, when you get put in the timeout, slide on over, because a servant's heart is going to be in timeout right along with you. Isn't that the dress she wore to Big Bethel? You know, y'all put them in timeout. Put them in timeout. If y'all are moderators, please put these young ladies in timeout for exactly 0 seconds. All right. Okay. Now I will say this though, because I'm not a fashion guy. Okay. I'm very simple, as most guys are. You know, jeans, t-shirt, jeans, button down. I'm not very fashion forward. My kids hate it. My wife hates it. I will say this. Fani Willis buys the exact same dress a lot. Because I've seen her in dresses and I'm like, that's red, but that's the dress I saw you. It was green before. That's black, but you have the blue one too. Because I've watched a lot of Fani Willis videos, I admit. I think she just buys the same dress. I really think that she buys the same dress. Oh, y'all, go and put Michelle in timeout too. Don't be talking about my hoodies. Don't you dare talk about my hoodies. Look, sometimes I turn the air on in the house so I can put on a hoodie and justify it. Stop it. Put Michelle in timeout too for 0 seconds. Absolutely. Okay, I don't know, but I think Fani Willis literally buys, if she likes a dress in red, she buys it in green, in black, in navy, in pink. I'm sorry, I've seen her in a lot of the same dresses. Now, I might be wrong. Maybe there's a different cut to it or something, but it looks a lot like she buys the same dress in different colors. I ain't mad at her. Maybe it makes it simple. Maybe it's like her little uniform. I ain't mad at her. So not throwing shade, but I've noticed it because somebody asks, isn't this the same dress? I'm like, it does look like it. Wait, what did Susie Q say? Many of us do. I have a few dresses that are exactly the same, but in different colors because I love the fit. There you go. That's it. Yo, see, now Juan got to go to timeout. And he's a stream sponsor. And Juan is going to timeout. That's a sad state of affairs. You were so high and now you've gone so low. Put Juan in timeout, 0 second timeout. Absolutely. All right, let me see this last comment real quick. Tawanda says, sorry, but that is true. Why is he scoping her out like he's looking at a total creep? Now I have to go into timeout. 0 second timeout. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go. All right, get back on task, people. No more petty comments in the chat, please.
Do their job. They just don't understand the God that I serve.
All right.
Who is the God that you
And they
serve?
don't understand what I have around me.
All right.
What you have just heard from are godly men who pray for me. And that is all and more than I could ever ask for. And so I am so humbled that they will endorse me today. Fulton County does deserve me as their DA.
You know what? I'm going to say that Fulton County deserves her as a DA. That is the most indicting statement that you're ever going to hear. Fulton County, you deserve her. Listen to that. We're going to back that up. Run it back a little bit, Jason. Y'all deserve her. Fulton County, shout out to y'all, Fulton County. If y'all elect her, y'all deserve her. She said that. Y'all deserve her.
To do their job. They just don't understand the God that I serve.
All right.
And they don't understand what I have around me.
All right.
What you have just heard from are godly men who pray for me. And that is all and more than I could ever ask for. And so I am so humbled that they will endorse me today. Fulton County does deserve me as their DA.
All right.
And I'm very, very honored to be here today with these religious leaders. And I'm honored to be here in historic Atlanta and all that historic Atlanta represents. We really are the city that's too busy to hate. And to be able to represent this city means everything. People forget what the bishop tried to remind them of today. When I took office, we were just leaving out of or in the middle of a pandemic. And our community was not a little, but very out of control. We had massive backlogs of cases. When I took office, there were 18,000 unindicted cases going back 7 years.
18,000 cases going back 7 years. So that means that they accumulated overage of 2,000 cases at least every year, moving into the year that she took office. So there's 18,000 cases plus whatever was being done in real time. So, jaywalking and kicking gerbils and gang violence, all that stuff in real time, plus 18,000 cases in the backlog. Listen to what she said.
And without the right resources, because we still don't have the right resources, because I got to fight some Republican commissioners, we've been able to get rid of that massive backlog.
Wait, then why do you need money? Wait, Jason, stop it. Jason, you're just being petty, man, because you don't like Fani. You're just being petty. She literally just said there was 18,000 cases when she came into office. And she had to fight the Republicans, the big old mean Republicans, and she doesn't have enough resources, but she's gotten rid of the cases. So what did you do? Because I don't know if Cowsert even knew about this, because I don't know if Rob Pitts knows about this, because on Friday, they were talking about the backlog. And maybe you should send them a message, Fani, that you got rid of it, because they don't know it. They still think there's a backlog. Y'all, please stop this lady. This woman is out of control. This is lawlessness.
And without the right resources, because we still don't have the right resources, because I got to fight some Republican commissioners, we've been able to get rid of that massive backlog.
So you don't need the money.
Remember that when I first came to office, I was talking to the wall and telling them Atlanta has a gang problem, and they were saying LA has a gang problem, New York has a gang problem, Chicago has a gang problem, and they did not want to face the reality that Atlanta had a gang problem.
That's right.
But with the help of our current mayor.
It is funny. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to keep stopping. Please do not put in the chat or comment, Jason, you're talking too much. Okay, but for real, you would think that she did not work for Paul Howard before she became DA. She worked for Paul Howard. She worked in the office. So for her to be like, oh, we had a gang problem, as if it just materialized. Ma'am, the 18,000 cases, ma'am, you were a part of that. She playing y'all for a fool because she got all these dummies standing behind her, standing there to support her. I'm sorry. Somebody needs to ask better questions. You might not know the answer, but at least ask the questions. My goodness. Oh, moderators, we got to put Tiad 330 has got to go in the go and put them in the timeout. That's what we putting people in timeout now. 0 seconds. Y'all wilding out, man. No more petty comments. We're not being petty in 24. We're turning over a new leaf now. We're turning over a new leaf. The best live chat on the planet is turning over a new leaf. We're not going to be petty anymore. No more pettiness. No more pettiness. For a few more minutes.
And with Chief Shearbaum and all of the police departments, as well as these religious leaders, we've been able to curtail that gang problem and bring crime down more than 25%. Homicides are down more than 21%. That's real. Those aren't just numbers. Those are mamas that get to go home and still hug their babies.
Right.
And if you're a mother, that means something.
Yes, indeed.
We had a very damaged relationship between community and law enforcement agencies. We all remember George Floyd and the damage that did to our community, and we had our own problems here. And the community was mad, as they should have been mad. 101 police cases going back years that nobody had addressed. Today, I can tell you each of them has been addressed. Sometimes those officers were charged. Others times the officers were cleared. It was whatever the facts and the law required. And what I have found, as long as you do what the facts and the law are, the community will accept it, and so will the police.
All right.
And so we've made those difficult decisions. I promised a balanced approach. And so I remember running for district attorney and talking to people like Bishop Jackson and talking to other religious leaders and to my strategists and saying, I think I'm nobody's DA. And they said, well, what do you mean? I said, I have these people that say there should be no jails and no prisons, but I've been a murder prosecutor. I have woke up too many nights and stepped over young men's bodies, or talked to the victims of child molestation and sexual assault. And I know that there is a segment of society that doesn't deserve to be among the good people of this community because they don't mind creating harm. But then you have these other people that they are foolish as well. They think every single person needs to go to prison, and there is no thing as second chances and restoring people. And so I don't believe in that either. There are people that absolutely deserve a second chance. All they need is a little job training. They need someone that believes in them. They need that record restricted so they can go on and be a productive member.
On that stage are all these whole grown men making these yummy sounds because Fani Willis is speaking and they just want to support her. But please understand the duty and responsibility of crime remediation really shouldn't be on the woman that's standing there speaking. It really should be on these men. These men should be doing their very best to get men back in their homes, to raise their children, to defend their homes, and shepherd their wives. That should be their responsibility. But they're busy. They've acquiesced their role and duties in order to sit out here and flex for Fani. But rather than say the right thing, which is instead of making these yummy sounds, you need to be calling these men to repent and return to their families. You need to be calling men to step up and do their duties and responsibilities for their families. Because once the family is strengthened, then your communities are tight. Then your cities can be better. And then we can see it just continue to mushroom. But see, she thinks her duty and responsibility, and these men are like, oh, fine. Oh, yeah, you just go ahead and do that. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. I'm just like, I'm sorry, y'all sitting here making this yummy sound like she's saying something profound, which she's not, by the way. But you've acquiesced your responsibilities, gentlemen. You've given up your responsibility to raise the next generation. So now you're looking to Fani to police. You're looking to Fani to do these things when you yourself, I guarantee you're not doing it. Because if you were, your yummy sound would be a whole lot less. Because you'd be like, we already doing that. We on that. Matter of fact, she wouldn't have to be saying that because you would already be doing that.
And so I talked to Bishop Jackson and he said, no, we're religious leaders, but we know there's some evil out here.
All right.
And they cannot be amongst our parishioners. But we also want you to give that kid that makes a mistake a second chance. And as long as that's what you do, we will back you.
That's right.
And they have been true to their word, because here I stand and I have been true to mine, because that is the work that we have done. Today, we have the first program that runs all year long. We don't just pop into the school system for a week. We run all year long with our kids that are on the bubble and may turn to a life of crime. And we've been able to do that because parishioners and religious leaders and people from my office have come and volunteered, and we have poured into those children and told them.
Where are the daddies? Where are the men? Like we've become so conditioned to have the government and some kind of entity do stuff that it's almost like foreign to believe like, hey, why don't y'all just have the men in your church do this? Why are the men of your church not shepherding and mentoring the young men and young ladies of your church? And please don't you come to me with that foolishness, because there could be foolishness in Fulton County DA. By the way, Nathan Wade just told you that dating is commonplace. So you know morality is low there. So why are you okay with that, but you won't let your church won't support the school in this community? See, this is complete and total dereliction of duty. We're looking at a police lineup of men that have given up their duties and responsibilities as pastors. But they like apple pie. But they've given up their duties and responsibilities and to shepherd the church that God has given them. These men no longer see themselves as doing what God has told them to do, but rather we're just basically an arm of the Democratic Party. We're an arm of the governmental machine. That's it. We're just an arm or a toe or a hair follicle of the political machine.
We believe in them. but we've also shown them opportunities. And so we have the first system that is in the school system all year long. We have the first ever in Fulton County pre-indictment diversion program. It costs the participants nothing, and they leave with job training and their records restricted. But we've also locked up a lot of folks that don't deserve to be walking amongst us.
All right.
And so today I'm proud of the record I stand on. I am proud that I stand for justice. Let me say it again for those that anger. There is nobody that's the wrong race, that loves the wrong person, that doesn't have enough money in their bank account, that my office is going to treat beneath the law. The law protects all of those people, whether they're black, Hispanic, Asian, poor, bisexual.
All right.
We are going to stand and protect.
Y'all do realize that y'all are clapping for her saying something immoral, right? You do realize that male and female, black and white is not the same as being bisexual. And she got y'all dummies sitting there clapping like idiots. I'm just saying, like, y'all really clapped about that. But does she use the same, does she protect, and I see a lot of people asking it right here, did you protect Misha Maynard? What about Representative Misha Maynard when she was being stalked by a man, a black man, by the way? Did you have any smoke for him? Did you have any kind of defense for her? Just wondering. Did you have any kind of defense? Did you care anything about? Somebody asked it. I saw it. I don't see where it is. I missed it. Did you have any of that kind of attention for Jocelyn Wade? I'm just wondering. I don't know how the game is played. It seems like you didn't have the same kind of effect for Jocelyn Wade, but you did. But I'm sorry, you did have it for her husband. There we go, right there. What would these men be saying about Misha Maynard or Jocelyn Wade? I would love to hear what y'all would say about that. Dereliction of duties. If you go to any of these men's churches, that's on you now. Because they're showing you that they're not pastors. They're showing you that they're political activists, that they're political stooges and puppets, but they're not pastors. DearWokeC@gmail.com.
Protection of those people, because people should not be abused. But I said it earlier, Bishop, and I'm going to tell them again if it's all right with you. It ain't no one above the law either.
All right.
So I don't care how rich you are, how powerful you think you are, who your daddy is, what your political party might be, how much money you think you got, and how evil your supporters are.
All right.
I don't care how many times they threaten me. I will gladly leave this place knowing that I did God's work.
All right.
So we stand here today.
This is the church speech 2.0. She's literally saying that God, and y'all heard it right there, God has called her. This is God's work, whatever that is. Now, mind you, I love how she likes to allude that the people threatening her are people that of a different political stripe, as if she's not actually in the process of prosecuting the largest RICO gang trial in Georgia history. But I digress. Let's go.
Today for justice. And it is my greatest honor that these men stand in protection of me, in support of me, and have given me their endorsement. Thank you all for coming today.
I'm going to go on a limb and say these men don't care about you.
All right, thank you. Any questions you have?
No, nobody has any questions.
That's, yeah.
Last time we spoke, you said that the train was coming. I see that your flights now with this train. Do we know when the train is arriving?
You know, I won't speak about any particular case, but what I can tell you is it's my office's intention to try every case we indict. We take a long time, as you know, to prepare cases. It's one thing I changed when I came to office, that cases would be properly investigated before they were indicted, which creates fairness, because it means people don't get indicted that shouldn't be indicted, and people are investigated before we do that. And what I can tell you is it is the intention of my office. If we brought an indictment, we plan on prosecuting it.
What about not indicting people, though? Because she doesn't address, what about the people that are in jail that are not indicted? Just wondering. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
I have to tell you, the support in the community has been absolutely amazing. Some people rely on polls, and the polls got me way up. It's not that I rely on. It is as I work through this community and I'm at the book bag drive, or I think you and I met at an Easter egg hunt, or I am just in the grocery store or going through my everyday life. It's the mothers and the fathers that come and tell me thank you. And those messages mean so much more to me than any of the ugly messages that are sent my way.
Will you appear before a Georgia Senate committee without a subpoena?
Well, first of all, I don't even think they have the authority to subpoena me, but they need to learn the law.
So will you appear, yes or no?
I will not appear to anything that is unlawful.
Okay, so there we go. So we know she's not going to go and speak to Cowsert. So we already know that. If she feels that it's unlawful, so she's going to argue. She's going to try to quash the subpoena. If they do subpoena her, she's going to quash it, just like she tried to do with Joycelyn's subpoena. So yeah, this is going to be wild.
And I have not broken the law in any way. I've said it, I'll say it amongst these leaders. I'm sorry folks get pissed off that everybody gets treated evenly.
All right.
I think she answered that very well.
I have not seen any of the interviews that you refer to, and so no, I have not. I don't have an opinion on something I have not seen.
Well, you talked about hearing some of these unindicted cases, but every time you talk to jail leaders and sheriffs, they're telling us the Fulton County Jail is overflowing with people whose cases are unindicted. Where's the disconnect?
I don't think there is a disconnect. I think if you really pay attention to the numbers, you will see that there have been many indictments brought. We certainly need more work. I would encourage you to tell the county commissioners that we need more staff to do the work. But the reality is, if you look at the jail numbers and you just go back, you will see that they are smaller today than ever. However,
hold on. Why do you need more staff if you've done away with the 18,000 case backlog? How did you do that? Y'all, Fani is making a fool out of y'all. Every last one of y'all that's making that yummy sound, nodding your head to her, is she making a fool out of you because she's lying to you. Why do you need more money if you've already done away with the backlog, Fani? Y'all, please.
For more than 20 years, Fulton County has needed a jail. They need a new jail right now. The position that they have put my sheriff in is absolutely disgusting. There are doors at that jail that don't have appropriate locks on it. He doesn't have the appropriate manpower. They are asking him to be a magician, not a sheriff. And there are people that should be absolutely ashamed of themselves because they are not properly staffing either the district attorney's office or the sheriff's office. So we are doing the very best job with the resources we've been given, but there are folks that need to be held responsible, and you should call Commissioner Ellis, in case I'm unclear. You should call Commissioner Bridget Thorne, in case I'm unclear. You should call Commissioner Pitts, in case I'm unclear, and you should ask them when they plan to give proper funding to those that are here to protect our community.
Woo. Oh, she got real angry. Bless her heart. Because nobody's ever going to call you on the carpet about you. See, that's adorable. She literally just said, y'all call Pitts and Ellis and you bother them, but let somebody subpoena you and it's unlawful. Y'all, this woman is lawless. Wow. I got to type lawless in the chat. Lawless, flawless Fani. There, we're going to call her flawless because she's lawless. There, that's it. But this is a great question. Juan said, why? So instead of asking for over a dozen new vehicles, why did you not fix the jails? Why do you need more staff when you don't? For what? What do you need more staff for? I mean, come on. Y'all, this thing right here. Okay, we're done. So we got like 2 minutes left. Yeah, she didn't call out Arrington. I thought that was cute. I did. That was cute. I see what you did there, Fani. You didn't call out your homie. You didn't call out what's her name, the young lady that got the case on her, Hall, Natalie Hall. You didn't call out Nat Hall, but you called out everybody else. I got you. That was cute. I see you.
Yes, sir.
Without talking specifically about the Trump case, can we talk about it?
No, we're not talking about Trump case. That case is done.
You know, I told a story recently, and I'll tell it to you because it was a story from my old boss, Paul Howard. There was great advice that he gave me one day. When I was a very young prosecutor, I had tried an aggravated assault where someone had shot someone. And I was very upset with the judge because the judge, after this trial, I put my heart into it, the person was convicted. They had clearly victimized someone in our community, and I thought they should have been sentenced more harshly as a young prosecutor. I did. And I remember going in to talking to Paul Howard, and I was very upset about it. I was reliving the facts for him that he already knew and telling him how long my victim had spent in jail. And then I thought that, you know, I thought the judge had done this because this particular victim didn't matter as much to them. You can read between those lines. And I was very, very upset about it. And I remember him telling me, you do your job, which is to try that case, and you've done it, and they have to do their job, which is to sentence. And so it will be the judge's job to set the case down for trial. What I can guarantee you is we're not running from any trials.
All
What was
All right,
that?
well, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
What did that mean?
Oh, thank you.
They ready to lay hands, boy. They ready to lay hands. Yeah, I'm over
Oh, let us through.
Look at Jamal. He like, boy, when I'm about to get my
Bishop, wear the
hands.
shade. That's what I
Where am I
want.
going to put my hands?
That's what I want. Bishop, good to see you. Good time, Doctor.
Speak my sweet little game. Let me speak my sweet game in there and see if I can get a number.
How are you?
Maybe get my GPS to show up over in her place. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Small brain is serious, man. I gotta give him respect. I'm supposed to respect him, but I don't. That is wow. Wow. That was it. That was wild, man. That was wild. I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that. Goodness gracious, man. Fulton County, I got to ask better questions. Fulton County, y'all deserve to ask better questions. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't ask questions, that is on y'all then. So you can come to Big Bethel, but right. But again, I don't believe Fani Willis likes debating. I don't think she likes to be in to some degree, in my opinion, a position of strength. And I don't think she's in a position of strength in a debate. I think if she had a debate, like if she has to debate Kramer, I think she's not gonna debate her. I don't think that's gonna happen because Kramer is gonna be the Republican candidate for sure. So if she passes over Christian Wise Smith and she becomes a Democratic candidate, I don't think she's gonna want to debate. I just don't think that's her strong suit. She's much stronger in talking and oration rather than having a back and forth dialogue. She's much stronger in her opinion of being, her giving the information rather than taking information back. You even notice how her positioning even changed when she got asked questions. It's different than it was when she was speaking and orating. So that's just my little 2 cents. She wants to be in control. And I don't think she can guarantee a servant's heart that she will be in control if she was in a debate, which I think would be great still to see it, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think that she'll conveniently just phone it in. She'll phone it in like she did with Christian Wise Smith most recently. Because even with the debate where she was Paul Howard, her, and Christian Wise Smith back in 2020, even in that was still a level of she still was in control of it, even though it was a Zoom. But if she was standing there next to somebody and she had nothing between them, there was no technology, because Christian Y. Smith kept having tech issues. Paul Howard was doing the same thing. I think she was in a better position. But if she had to just stand next to them and just look at them and debate them, I don't think she would have did well. That's my observation. Yes. When she goes off script, that's it. Like, those prepared, like everything she read from when she was speaking, then she started asking questions. And I bet you if I went back, when the man got up there and said, "Are there any questions?" I bet you her face was not one of, "I'm looking forward to having questions asked." I'm gonna go pull that up real quick. I just want to see, because I bet you she didn't want to have questions. Just my little 2 cents. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, let's see what we got. I'm gonna pull it back up again. And I just want to see when she spoke to. All right, let's see. I just want to check her face, see if I can pick up her body language. Was she receptive to that? Okay. All right, let's pull y'all back in. There's all of them coming down scampering down. Okay, right here. She's speaking right there. She's still talking. Where was it? Is this the end of it? Okay, here we go.
All right, thank you. Any questions you have? That's, yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to pick her face. I was just trying to see if she was looking receptive to answering questions, because this is not a controlled environment. I don't think she was very receptive. All right, let's see her face. All right, here we go. Peep it again.
All right, thank you. Questions you have? That's, yeah.
Last time we spoke, you said that the train was coming. I see that your flights now with this train. Do we know when the train is arriving?
You know, I won't speak about any particular case, but what I can tell you is it's my office's intention to try every case we in.
Okay, so again, I'm not a. Hey, I'm not even on here. There I am. Okay, I'm not a body language expert. Okay, I'm not a body language expert. I know nothing about body language. I know nothing about the law. Only thing I know about is, I don't know, big green eggs. That's all I know. Okay, she doesn't look like she wants to have a back and forth conversation. Notice that she doesn't stand behind the rosteret. She's kind of like leaning over to it, like leaning over. I don't think she really wants to have a further conversation, because you see is for a second, and then she finally just kind of reluctantly gets back behind the rosteret right here, and she's speaking. But initially she's like, "Look, I'm not going to be doing this very much, so I'm just going to like lean over real quick and answer this question real hot second." It is what it is, though. But I thought that was interesting. I think it's interesting. I don't think she intended to, but I think just your average guy hit the nail on the head. No, activists like having questions asked. No activists like having questions asked them. I agree. I don't think she likes it. I don't think it's her strong suit. I don't think it is. That's why you oftentimes see her giving speeches. And usually when she's answering questions is when she puts her foot in her mouth. Now, granted, the original church speech at Big Bethel was problematic, but notice she got the memo. So here she's talking about all her accomplishments. This is how great I am. This is why Fulton County deserves me as their DA. But when she goes, and then she did the International Women's Day, and she did the female police officers ball, and these kind of things like that, she feels like she's in power, in my opinion, when she can answer questions she can just say something versus be questioned off the rip. So even like when she was in Miami and she answered questions, I'm sure those were already planned. I'm sure those were not off the cuff. She had never heard of them. Now, maybe they were, but I doubt it highly. I doubt highly. She seems to be like she wants to be in control of the conversation. But yeah, Costa Community says, I won't speak about a particular case except if it's a Trump case. Then I'll just allude to it so you know exactly who I am talking about. There you go. She looks uncomfortable responding because it kind of calls her out in terms of when will the case actually begin. Like that is perfect. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. That's why, and she alludes like, oh, not studying. We're preparing and getting our evidence. So if we indict them, they're going to see the trial. And I'll see you in November because I guarantee that's not going to be the case. I don't think she wanted questions. I think that did surprise her. To some degree, shape, or form, I don't think she was expecting them to ask the audience for questions. I think she was expecting them just to kind of close it up and wrap it up. But that's my 2 cents. That's my opinion. Yes, I do see that Phil did have that conversation with the whistleblower, and I'll be checking that out next. Absolutely. Did he say something about me? I need to make sure I watch it, Robin. Okay, I'll make sure I check it out. What we got here? I still can't get over them calling Jamal Bryant a prophet. I don't know why they do that. I have no idea why they do that. I mean, I don't get why they call him a pastor, but I'm here to be petty. I'm sorry. My name's Jason. I'm being petty. Kiana gonna watch it for us. Kiana gonna give me the 411 on what's going on with the whistleblower and the YSL case. So I'm ready for her to do that. Help me out. Help her brother out. Woo! That was wild, y'all. Y'all, these traps be full of stuff, man. Please don't do that, A Servant's Heart. Please don't. No. Okay. First of all, if you notice, pretty much all of Shannon Sharp's interviews on Club Shay Shay have been entertainers to some degree, shape, or form, whether it be comedians, musicians, actors, actresses, influencers. There's some form of entertainment. I don't think he would want to get involved in politics. I hope he doesn't, because I like Shannon Sharp's show. I'm supporting him, cheering him on. I want him to keep doing great stuff. I think he's an excellent interviewer. And I think he would be, y'all, moderators, put A Servant's Heart back in timeout. You got to go back into timeout. 0 second timeout. Put him back in there. Put her back in there. Put her in timeout. So I would hope that he would not enter into, now I'm sure he probably has had somebody that was not an entertainer or athlete or musician or whatnot like that. But I'm trying to think. I can't think of any, but I'm sure he probably has. I just hope he doesn't go this route. And reason being is because, in my opinion, Shannon Sharp is in a great position to not be pigeonholed as simply a black a black interview platform. I think he could potentially bubble up and just become a very common place where people know they can go. They're going to get good questions. They're going to be able to talk, so on and so forth, and this, that, and the other. If he isolates a large number of his community or his viewers over Fani Willis, I think he won't be able to recover from that. That's just my 2 cents. Y'all are wild. No, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I didn't realize, Tawanda, I did not realize how much was going on in Fulton County, my own self, and I live here in Georgia. I didn't even realize it. So I'm not mad at other people, but I understand. Yeah, I don't think, but okay, I wonder how many people now are starting to look at their own cities and townships and municipalities and asking better questions. That's what I hope that's the takeaway from this, Tawanda. Loving hip hop in Atlanta. Trust me. If they could, they would. I'm just telling you. People in Georgia, people in Atlanta are wild. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Woo. I'm just saying. So everybody, all of y'all, thank you so much. If you don't mind, before we get out of here, real quick, in the chat, just real quick, spam us real quick and let me know where you're from. Where you're from. Spam the chat before we get ready to shut this thing down. Where are you from? All right. Texas, California, UK, Philippines, wherever. Just real quick. Let's fill it up real quick with where everybody's from. I love this, man. I love that there's so many people from different places all over the map, all over the globe sometimes. West Virginia. I love it. Houston. And it's dry at Houston. I love it. There's my notes, if y'all was wondering. All right. She gonna have that Grey Goose tasting. There we go, Georgia in the on my mind. Rhode Island in the house. Absolutely. Where we at? West Virginia, Missouri. Got them Texans. I see. Oh, you're really in Fort Worth. Okay, I see. I mean, I'm got big heart for my people in Texas. Y'all, I like y'all. Y'all really winning me over. Juan is in NYC. Juan, you have to give me an update on what y'all doing up there to Trump. We got to figure out what's going on up there. So you have to give me the scoop so I can get the updates on that. Alabama, of course. Singapore, there we go. What's going on, Betsy? Good to see you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is Flying Girl is the infamous Betsy on our CRT bingo board. That was her. She gonna have a Grey Goose tasting. All right. And then I guess Tawanda said, and a smoke session with Jamal. Y'all are wild. Why y'all so wild? It is too late in the day to be this wild. Texas native, but hubby is military. So we're everywhere, Amber said. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. What? In 2018, the entire state Supreme Court got booted for misappropriation of taxpayer money. If only that would happen. Hey, his servant, let's go. What you got? Let's go. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid. I'm saying I got a sound effect for that. Come on, Cletus. We need you. Come on. Yeah, come on. Don't hold back. Do it. All right, let's see what we got. I love it. So everybody, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning, now afternoon. I can't believe we took this long, but it's cool. That was a great, yeah, man. That was wild. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Juan, for being the stream sponsor. Thank you, Willie Doc, for helping out as well, keeping me on the RICO Defense Fund. I appreciate every last one of y'all for watching, not only for watching, but for commenting and adding value to the conversation. It's been fun. It's wild. I do not plan on doing a show again tonight, but I got this bad sneaking feeling, suspicion even, that there's going to be something to talk about. I know it. So, and them traps going to be full. So I said tomorrow night, I'm supposed to be doing a live stream with Mark about what's going on in the Middle East. So hopefully he'll email me back so I can make sure we confirm it and lock it in. But that will be, if not, that will be the next live stream. Will be that tomorrow night. So thank you so much. Everybody, you all are the best, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you, everybody that liked the video, everybody that subscribed, everybody that's joined the new memberships. Appreciate all of you all. You mean a whole lot to me. So let's get ready to do this again real soon. Now, we'll do it again real soon. Uh-oh. Phil from the UK wants to know what's going on with Fani, all kinds of shenanigans. She basically says she is not going to respond, or if she's called before the state senate. That's going to be interesting. Nathan Wade said that, hey, man, people having extramarital affairs in the office, that's as common as that's American as apple pie. Then we found out that Fani was actually speaking outside of Big Bethel Church again today. So we wanted to see that. So we watched that presser. So I think you're up to speed quickly, or you just check us out on the replay. Everybody, I appreciate y'all so much. Get ready to have some lunch. And until next time, everyone, grace and peace. Take care.